on
All
that
right,
one.
enough. Did you start it?
Yes.
We have to bring Joey in after us again.
All right. Welcome.
This is
What was formerly the Mark and Joe Show is now Utterly Insane
with Mark and Joe.
with Mark and Joe.
We got some information from a couple of guys who's doing the same thing
We
in
are.
Milwaukee, and they gave us a couple of little pointers, and so we're changing the name of the show so we can, try to come up with something a little catchy and edgy, whatnot. I don't know how insane we're actually going to be. I know he's certifiable.
So our YouTube channel is already changed.
We haven't
if
gotten
you
him
haven't
into
noticed.
Mendota yet. It's taken a little
Mendota?
time.
I used to live there, you know.
So you told your attendant when you worked at Union.
Yeah, we'll get to that at some point, I'm sure.
But yeah,
That's a good story.
we're trying to work things a little different and do a little difference here. And we're still going to be the same old talk about anything kind of
Crazy
guys.
fuckers that'll offend you.
We will offend you
At some point you will get offended.
because I find it fun. And
We're out to
I
piss
really-
people off.
I really don't give a flying shit
Yeah, it's because most people don't like to hear the truth.
if anybody gets offended.
But this show is a little background on us.
Again, suggestions from a couple of other guys that do the same thing in Milwaukee. So we're
We're gonna
and also we kind of realized that we
haven't
really
done it
didn't do that,
right.
which
so
we probably should have in the first place.
first place. So that's what this is all about. And we'll give you some background on that and also why we chose to do what we're doing or how we got into this. And it's been kind of a fun ride so far.
Oh, I'm having a blast with it.
And trust us, it's going to just get more fun as we
I believe
go.
it is going to get a lot more
Because
fun.
we're going to learn, and
it's a
we
learning
got a little
experience.
surprise at the end of this show.
It's a learning experience for us. We're trying to improve on some of our situations with it, trying to get things better, like with the audio. See, right now we only have
One mic.
the single mic. We don't have any kind of mixing board or anything to have multiple mics. We don't have the programming. A lot of it's because we
Don't have the
don't have
funds.
the funds.
So if you'd like to make
I
a
work my
donation,
ass off.
if you'd like to make a donation, all you got to do is contact us, and you'll see our email address.
Mhm.
Scroll across the bottom of the page, and all you got to do is contact us and let us know, and we'll make arrangements or something.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh, we're even open to having a sponsor.
definitely. And I know that we're not as popular as we'd like to be right now, but
But we're working
we're
on
working
it.
on it.
But
So,
anyway, let's get to the
you want me to
point.
start first, or you want to start first with backgrounds here?
Well, let's just tell you what we are and who we're about first.
What
And-
we
and then
are
we'll
and
get
who
to-
we are about.
No.
Can you rephrase that and untwist it?
Yeah, I don't know. My tongue's
Wouldn't
kind
it be who we are and what we're about?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
All right, so we are utterly insane. We're two friends that have known each other for
At least 20 years,
about
maybe
20
more.
years. And we got together to do this. And this is Mark, and I'm Joe, and he's going to tell you more about him first. And then I'll tell you
Oh,
about
you're
me.
gonna have me start with,
Yeah.
with this thing, okay?
Yeah, well, your name's first, see.
Well, I guess so, yeah.
So you go first, you tell who you are first, I'll tell who I am, and then we'll tell that cute little story about what got us started on doing this. And then we'll give them the surprise at the end.
Sure. But we gotta stretch this. We gotta stretch this way out, make a good at least 30 minutes out.
Well, yeah, but we can, there's some good stories in there of you and I when we first met and so on and so forth. But we'll get to that.
Well, I'm gonna take it from the beginning, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
back in
Where
the
you got
90s.
blamed?
No, back in the 90s, where, in fact, I worked for Union Cab.
Well,
in
let's
94 or
just
95.
no wait. Let's start with this. All right. Let's start with where you're originally from.
Well, I'm originally from my mom's womb.
We didn't ask you to be a smart ass. All right, I know this about you. You're originally from California.
What part of California?
I don't know, but anyway, you tell me. You tell them.
Tell them.
Yeah, tell them.
Tell you is the
No, start with California.
All right, I was born and raised in California. I lived in a small town named
And you're how old?
Layton. I am old enough to know better and still
No,
young
come on,
enough to play around.
Let's let's give it away here.
Well, I'm younger than you, and you're older than dirt.
Oh, I'm only 21.
You wish.
I know. I wish. I had a great body when I was 21.
All right, I was born in '68.
Okay. I know.
And
You're
I was-
50.
Not quite yet.
Not quite yet.
I was born at the end, closer to the end of the year.
Oh wait.
68.
We're gonna have fun with that one. Motherfucker turns 50. We're gonna harass him.
Hey, I'm
on
not
here.
the only one that turns 50. My girlfriend sitting right over there turns 50 as well.
Oh, we'll leave her alone.
And she's 1 month and 16 days older than me. So yeah, I like older women. How about that, huh? But no, I was born in a town called Hanford, which is
Where's that?
It's in the Central Valley, the San Joaquin
So
Valley.
you're a valley
Of California.
So you were within the Valley Girls, huh? Did you talk like them too?
Oh hell no! And the Valley Girls weren't from our valley. It wasn't from. They weren't from the San
just
Joaquin
fucking-
Valley. They were from that valley over there in LA somewhere. But that's where I was born. My dad was a mail carrier for the town of Layton, California, where we lived, and he did that for like 40 some odd years, and I used to help him whenever I
Yeah.
had the chance to. But that was where I grew up.
So what made you move out here?
Yes,
And by here I mean we're in Wisconsin.
we're in
just to let you
Wisconsin.
know.
Okay.
This is broadcasted from Wisconsin.
It's recorded in Wisconsin.
No.
We haven't done a live broadcast just yet.
We're
We're
working,
working on
that.
all this.
So what made you move to Wisconsin?
Well,
Let's get back to
I
that.
was raised in California
Yeah.
until I was about
So you left-
22, 23 years old, I think, something like that.
Okay.
And I was working at a lodge in California around that time, and I met a girl there.
You met your wife.
I met my now ex-wife.
Yeah, his now ex-wife, my cousin.
It's kind of fucked up.
That's
but-
fucked up story there.
Yeah,
too.
that is a fucked up story too, but well, not really fucked up. It's just
We found
kinda
out much
odd.
later.
it's more odd than anything.
Yeah, we found out that I was related to his wife much later.
So anyway,
Unfortunately for me.
I met her there. I met her at that lodge, and we hooked up, and we're together. We had a little girl together, and she moved me out here. She wanted to come back here to be with
'Cause
her
this is where
family,
she was
with
from.
her mother and father, and this is where she was originally from. She was born in Portage and raised in Madison, and so I made the move with her, and we moved back. We moved here in 93.
I don't know.
Yeah, no, it was 93. It was right after Kayla was born.
Was that when you were on Camden?
And that's when we were over on Vernon Avenue.
Vernon Avenue. Okay.
And we lived there for 3 years, and then we moved back to California because I got the opportunity to buy the double wide mobile home that my brother was
Yeah.
moving out of, which sat next to my mom's house. And lived there until 98. That was in 96. And then we lived there until 98 and moved back out here, and I've been here ever since.
Right.
And
Because you started at Union Cab probably in 98.
no, actually, before we moved back out to California, I was working at Union Cab in 95.
Oh, were you? So you
Yes.
just went back to work for it.
And when I came back in 98, I went back to work for Union Cab.
Right.
And that's when it all started. I wound up becoming friends with your brother,
Right.
and him and I were pretty good friends for a couple of 4 or 5 years, something like that. And unfortunately, we had our disagreements and differences and had our falling out. And during the time of me being friends with him, I got to know you.
That's because I showed up there and made a
Unfortunately for
statement
me.
that you got blamed for. I showed up there my first day of work, and I made a statement that you got blamed for.
You didn't make a statement. You put a false
I made
ticket on this damn windshield.
A
and I got
practical
blamed.
joke.
And
I-
you kept blaming me for
I
it.
put one of these fake parking tickets, and it goes on and on and on that you take enough space for a herd of elephants, blah blah blah, and it's like if you park like old people fuck, it's a wonder you can get it in. That was the last line. I left it on my brother's car. Now at the same time, I was living with my brother. He forgot that I started to work at the same place he was working that day. And so when he found this ticket on his car, he went through, and he's a big guy. He's like 6'2", 250, okay? And he went through the entire place and he hunted down Mark, and he was blaming everybody along the way. But when he got to Mark here, he swore up and down that Mark was lying, that Mark was, not
That I was
admitting
the
to doing
culprit,
it.
that I was
He's
the one that
that did it. He's the one that put his ticket on his fucking car, and just admit to it, you son of a bitch, and so on and so forth. And he's getting louder the whole time. He didn't realize it until he saw me pull up outside that I actually did it. Because
Well,
then
that's
it
the
hit
whole
him.
thing.
Oh shit!
Yeah, that's the whole thing. You should have freaking known from the start. that
But
you
it was
were
one of the great practical jokes
Oh,
of
that,
all
but that's,
times
but
that
that's
we
the
pulled
thing.
together.
But that's the thing. We,
You didn't even
him
know
and
me
I.
yet.
No, I didn't even know you very well.
And he got blamed for something that I did,
But
and
the-
he didn't
but the
even know
thing is-
me.
But the thing is, from getting to know you.
I just realized that. You didn't
Sure,
even know me.
Yeah, no, I didn't. I didn't really know you
You
at
didn't
that
even
time.
meet me until that point.
Yeah.
When I walked in and Dwayne realized it was me.
That did it. But
you probably didn't even know Dwayne had a brother
But,
until
but
then.
that's the thing. That's the thing. See, even with Dwayne and I would pick on everybody too, and we had people fucking laughing their
Yeah.
asses off.
So
And
you
then
got
when
my
you
brother,
came into the picture,
it got worse.
it got worse. Everybody was
Everybody was fair
targets.
game.
Oh God, yes.
We left nobody alone.
And yeah, nobody was safe around us. It didn't matter.
We were playing practical jokes left and right.
We
We had the
it
whole
didn't
place,
matter who the fuck you were.
We had the whole place in stitches.
Oh yeah. Oh hell yeah, it was fun as hell. And then,
But anyway.
and then so
Now let me get
after Dwayne and I had our little disagreements, and our friendship kind of faded off, then you and I became more and more of friends and hanging out together and doing things.
All right,
together.
we're going to continue this part, but let me get to my part.
Right ahead.
Up to that point, my background. I'll get to a little bit of my background. Although you didn't say what you do for a living.
What I do for a living?
Yeah.
I can say that later. I don't have to say it right now.
Okay. All right. Now let's see. I was born in the Wisconsin area. Little town called, well, I don't know, it's not so little, I guess. I was born in South Beloit. Okay, I was born in Illinois. But my family and parents lived in Wisconsin. So our
Really?
house was in Beloit, Wisconsin,
You
but the
were born-
hospital was in South Beloit
You were born in Illinois.
or something like that.
If you were born in Illinois, then that explains a lot about you.
Oh, fuck off. I can't remember. My birth certificate I can get right here in Wisconsin, though, which is
It's
strange.
CRS. Then,
It's a
then
mix
you weren't
of-
born.
no,
then
maybe
you weren't born in
Maybe
Illinois.
it was the other way around. The hospital was in Wisconsin.
You guys lived in South Beloit.
Well, Beloit's right on the border there, and,
Beloit is.
and they lived in South
You got
Beloit.
Beloit and you got South Beloit. Beloit is Wisconsin.
Okay,
South
yeah.
Beloit
So
is
they
Illinois.
lived. All right, my parents lived in South Beloit at the time, and then I was born, and I'm 51, so I was born in '67. But we didn't stay in Beloit very long. We moved to Madison. So I was basically raised in the Madison area, which is the capital of Wisconsin. I spent some time in Oregon. I currently live in a town called Watertown. Love it out here. Beautiful place. We have our big Riverfest coming up. But I have some college. I went and took police science. I took networking and security. I owned a video store. In 95, I was diagnosed, December 4th, 1995, I was diagnosed with AML, which is a form of leukemia. Died a few times and had to be resuscitated. That was a long, hard battle. Had a bone marrow transplant. And because of all of that,
Thanks to your brother.
thanks to my brother, saved my life.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's one thing I'll always be thankful for, having a brother. You know, and that's the reason that I smoke pot. And I'd rather do that than to be on Big Pharma's pills, which will keep me in my bedroom about 90% of the time sleeping in a medicated state. Okay? Now, trying to make this legal, so you'll hear me talk about that and us talk about that often, because we support this.
Well, yeah, it
Now-
should be legal.
I did that in 95, and then I decided to go to work back in security, and my legs couldn't handle it. So I went and drove cab for a while. And I had an interesting life driving cab, and I'll never take that back. Never want to, because I met some interesting people on my cab rides. And those are stories for another time. But I met this bozo there, and we've been good friends ever since then. We almost had our own business together, and that's
Yeah,
another
the long-haired
story.
hippie calling me bozo.
Yeah, I call you all kinds of fucking names, and you do the same to me. So don't you dare say you don't.
I
Yeah,
talk to you
liar.
with respect.
Fuck off. Respect my ass.
Well, yeah, the respect a cockroach deserves.
Yeah, you shouldn't be going on that right now. You know, bad enough we're already missing it. Anyway,
Keep going.
so we met there, and we've been friends ever since. I've been married twice now. My wife currently and I have been married 8 years. February 14th, it was 8 years. And we got married in Vegas. That was my first time there and first time flying. I enjoyed every minute of that.
Except for the flying part, right?
No. That was the first time in a plane, too.
Yeah, actually, no. I said you just said you enjoyed every bit of that. and
Well,
said,
yeah, I
except
didn't
for the
enjoy
flying
it. The only thing I didn't enjoy about that plane ride is it was one of those straight flights, because we were right out of Mitchell, out of Milwaukee.
Mm-hmm.
And that there was no leg room.
There never
And my
is.
legs started fucking cramping real bad. So if I ever go back, I want to drive or ride in, style. Anyway,
There never
so,
is any leg room.
Mark and I have been friends ever since. You know, he wasn't there to see me go through all the leukemia, because I had gone through all of that bullshit pretty
You
much
pretty much
before
had all that done by the time I met you.
Right. Anyway, so now we get to the point where we decided to do these, what I guess you would call podcasts, and we're
Well,
posting
yeah, I
on
call 'em-
YouTube. And
I talked him into the podcast things. Do it
well,
this way. It was my
I think
suggestion.
we
to
got
start-
talked. I think we kind of got.
It was my
talked into
suggestion
it.
though to start with Spreaker, because I knew that was a free program and we could do it for nothing.
Yeah, we started out with 15-minute audio shows, and what happened was, that was an interesting story. How do you want to start that one?
Well,
Well, we went out to
Let's see.
eat.
we had plans that night. We went out. but you know, you gotta kind of look at it this way too. I mean, we've been
friends
doing
for 20
this for
years.
a while, and
We've been friends for 20 years, and we pulled a lot of
and this
practical
isn't the first.
jokes.
This isn't the first time that people had said stuff like this to us. But
No, it's been said in
these
kind of like
two,
a jokingly manner.
Your wife and my girlfriend were sitting in the back seat, and you were sitting in front with me. I was driving,
Yeah, and we were going to go see
and
Logan.
we eat, and we went to
The Pine Cone
the
in
theater
Johnson
there,
Creek.
Johnson Creek, to see Logan when it first came out.
And then we went to see Logan. Yeah.
And you know, during all this car ride
That's
stuff,
about a half an hour car ride from where I live to
from
Johnson
here to
Creek.
Johnson Creek, okay, and then you know, during that, you know, him and I are doing our bullshit in the front seat.
Yeah, we're just picking on
And
each
these
other
two
and
are sitting
talking
in the-
bullshit about whatever was on our mind that day or whatever
and
was
these two
pissing
are
us
sitting
off
in the back seat,
in stitches laughing.
just laughing their asses off at us.
And they said we should be recording
And
this.
then after Logan,
Yeah.
we got back in the car, and it was like clockwork.
we just
We
got,
just finished watching a great movie, and we just start picking on each other again right away.
yeah, and talking about the movie.
And talking about the movie and everything else. And then on the way back to your house, that's when these two pipe up saying that we should be recording all this.
Yeah.
If
We
you
should
two
be
didn't
recording
fight
them.
and call each other names, there'd be something seriously wrong.
That's how bad it gets. They would think something was up.
Yep, they think something was wrong with one of us. But
No, we were over at your house when you lived in Marshall,
yeah,
and it was a Saturday, and you were making homemade pizza that night.
which pretty much everybody who's ever had my homemade pizza says it's like the best fucking thing they've had.
I don't know. I think mine's better still. But anyway,
Whatever.
we'll have to find out one day.
I'm gonna hand
We'll have to
We'll
do a
compete.
pizza cook-off
We'll
just for the
compete.
fuck of it. Anyway, just for shits and giggles.
I've
I know
never
you
seen
haven't
a
seen
giggling
giggling shit. Anyway, I had my wife and I had a 9-year-old Siberian Husky by the name of Nitro. He was a family pet. He was my niece's dog. I moved here, and shortly after I moved here, my niece calls me and she's like, "Uncle Joe, can you take Nitro?" And I looked at my wife and said and she's like, "We didn't even have to think about it."
Nope.
So he came out here, and he was a happy
He was a good
dog,
dog.
and he was the best dog I ever had. He was a purebred Siberian Husky. Well, last year, what was it?
No, wasn't it just?
No, it was last year.
No.
It was towards the end. Yes,
Was
because
it?
Joy's been here almost a year now.
No, it has been a year that Joy's been here.
No,
I thought it was just before the beginning of last year.
No, it was towards the end of the summer. I think it was more like August.
Mm-mm. We're gonna have to get the tiebreaker in here if you keep this
Hey,
up.
Tanya!
Tiebreaker, we need
Take
you.
that tiebreaker! We got a dispute!
Tiebreaker.
Yeah, you was there.
When was it that
When did-
Nitro
When
passed?
did Nitro pass away?
July 23rd.
Okay, so it was the end of July.
And that was yeah.
picked
Okay.
up Joy when.
About a
About
month
3
la-
weeks after that.
About a month
But-
later.
Okay. So
So now back to the story.
August.
They
Yeah.
couldn't-
So
they
here it
couldn't
is.
get
It was
that one.
August. So now it was August. Nitro passed away in July, and I had never lost a pet to dying on me before. I've had to give one away to a good home because I've had to move to a place that didn't welcome dogs. I was devastated. Okay, and I'd never been that devastated over an animal before. I mean, I'd lost cats, I've lost hamsters, I've lost, gerbils, I've
You
lost,
can lose all the
you know.
cats you want.
but I've never lost a dog.
I'm not a cat person.
Okay, and I've never lost a Siberian Husky, and I've raised Huskies most of my life on and off when I've had a dog. So, at this pizza party, my wife, the type of person she is, God, I love her, she was browsing the internet for free puppies, and she came across this place called Two Color Kennels, and she called them and was talking to them, and they got us up there, and they showed us the one that was free to a good home, and we realized because Bear was a kennel husky, he was not going to be a good dog to try to housebreak. He was already 2 years old, and he had a bit of an attitude already.
Yeah, he did.
So he wasn't going to be a good...
He flashed with me.
Yeah, he clashed
Then
with
the
me
little
big
bastard
time.
splashed me with water.
So anyway, this was a 3-hour drive, by the way. We went to a place, it was in Athens, Wisconsin, and during this trip,
We stopped in Blover.
well, not only did we stop at this place, we
We stopped
also
in Blover,
was
right?
doing
Yeah,
our normal little routine. You and I were in the front seats. You were
Mhm.
driving, and I was sitting there in the passenger seat, and those two were in the back in stitches, probably ready to pee their pants.
Listening to you guys was crap.
Listening to, our bullshit, talking about whatever was on our mind that day as we were up there.
Well, that's the thing about us.
And
When
trying to
we're
ease
together
my
like
nerves.
That,
Well-
but when we're together like that and we do that kind of crap, we had lived.
Yeah, I was
None of it's scripted.
I was real nervous that day too, because I didn't know what to
Joy,
expect when we
please.
got to that place. And like when I was fighting leukemia in the hospital, I had a pretty warped sense of humor. I used to call my brother Dwayne Dolly. Okay, because he had those man titties, and I always said he needed a bra. And anytime I saw him with a tank top on, I said he should get a ticket and it should be illegal. I was constantly picking on him. I also kept saying that the only name they had picked out for him because they were expecting a girl and not a boy was Kelly Marie. Okay, and that was the truth. Okay. That was straight out of my mom's mouth. God rest her soul. But anyway,
Yes, I miss your mother quite much.
my mother was a great, funny lady.
She was awesome.
She had a great
She
sense
was
of humor.
very fucking awesome.
So anyway, we're doing our normal routine of just goofing off and saying whatever's coming to our mind and just totally insulting the hell out of each other like we normally do on a car ride like that. We stopped to get something to eat at the the Golden Corral.
Golden Corral.
Kid Corral.
Okay, correct.
Yeehaw!
Smoke another bowl, huh?
Speaking of the bowl.
Anyway,
That's funny.
so we're sitting there and we're even fucking around at the restaurant. So, I mean, we're in public and we're still at it like we were in the car. Nothing
wrong with
stopped. Okay? And so during this time, they're saying we should do this, but we'll get to that point. We get to the kennel, and they get to a point and they said, okay, we're going to let you see these two, and they bring out Joy's mom and Joy. Okay, they're both purebred Siberian Huskies, and I get down and I kneel so that I can get to their level, and Joy's mom knocks me flat on my ass.
She didn't like you.
And I don't think she meant to do that. I mean, they're excited, And Joy would not leave my side after that. So Joy, my new puppy, which you would see, but I don't know what's
You've
got
been
her
hearing her,
attention
though.
right now.
You have been hearing her.
She,
Oh,
it's over here somewhere. Where'd it go? Oh, she got it. Nope, maybe not. Come here, Joy. Come here. Come here. Joy, come up here. Come up here. No?
Go by Daddy. Who's Daddy?
Well, anyway. Come here, Joy. Come on. Come up here. No?
No, because she thinks I have another treat. Go, my daddy.
You don't have another one?
No.
Oh. Well, that one fell on the floor. I didn't catch it. I missed it. Come here,
I
Joy.
don't even know if she ate it.
Come on, Joy.
You can get.
Well, anyway, we have another Siberian Husky now, and her name is Joy. She picked us. We didn't pick her. And so it was another 3 hours. So we were in that car, what?
Don't throw it.
We were in that car for 6
Bring it
hours
over
that
here.
day.
No,
And-
just bring it.
And it wasn't a
Jeez.
I think they were
Can't do it when
actually
he's-
kind of sore
when he's
after that
cracking
from
the
laughing
figure.
because they were in the car with us for about 6.5 hours, was it?
I gotta do it.
Something like that.
That day? And then we had this little comedian in the
Okay,
far
give me
back
it,
of
give me
your
it.
vehicle.
Here, you give me it. Come here. Come get it.
Come on.
Come on. Come on.
Yeah, let's see. We'll put this down. Come on, Joy. Come on up
Yeah.
here.
Come on. Come get it.
Come on.
Come get it. Come on.
Come on, Joy.
Come on.
You can come up here. Come on.
Oh, look, he's got it now.
Come on.
Come on. Any other time,
She would be up in her
she'd
face.
be up in our face. Come on, kid.
Come on. Can you speak? Can you at least speak? Come on. Can you speak? Speak.
Now
Joy,
she's moving the
speak.
camera around trying to get her.
Joy, speak.
I got her back.
If you speak, Joy, speak. Oh, whatever. You spoiled
She's a
girl.
spoiled little snot.
She
She's
does
a
what she
stinker.
wants when she wants, I
Yeah.
guess.
Pretty much.
There you go.
There
There we go.
There you go.
That's
We
Joy.
got her.
Joy. You'll see her pop up with us once in a while.
She comes in here every now and then and likes to get in her
Sometimes
lap.
she'll come in with attitude and she'll be real vocal too.
So, but we had the wonderful time of riding back with this in the back of my car.
Oh, that was fun too.
Where's Mommy?
Yeah.
And so when we got back, you know, we kind of moseyed around a little bit and started thinking about it and
Got more serious about it because we started
got
doing
more
the
serious
research.
about it because we researched more on it.
Started out audio.
Started out with audio with Spreaker, posted on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook.
You know, that's it.
Yeah, I think. No, there was one other one
I
that
can't
was under.
remember
I can't
what the
remember
other
what
one
it was.
Yeah,
And then,
Spreaker was doing a lot of that.
Spreaker.
Yeah, Spreaker.
We
was
did.
doing
We
all
started
that
in October, mid-October,
mid-October of 2017.
and we've gotten 50 some odd videos and audios up now.
Right. Different episodes.
Different episodes. We
Different
always
topics.
do something different. Now,
Nothing's off
there's
limits
a couple.
with us.
There's a couple of times we did do some politics, but
We try to say, all right, we do have those
We
two
do-
taboos. We
yeah, well,
don't do politics
we try to stay
too
away
often.
from politics and we try to stay away from religion. One of the reasons is you get me started on religion, and I'll offend everybody in the goddamn
Yeah,
room.
it really drives us utterly insane. That
No, utter insanity. Yeah, that's me. Whenever you talk religion,
that's
and
what I said.
politics.
Utterly
You talk
insane.
about, that'll drive us utterly insane.
Because
Those two topics will literally.
Me personally.
Well, maybe
yeah.
you should speak about it and they'll see how utterly insane you are.
No.
Well, I'm sure. they'll
Actually,
get to
if they
that.
go
I mean,
back and see some of them that we've done, they'll see
True.
because
yeah,
That's true.
some of it, but there are some times where we just can't stay
Control
quiet.
no, there's just too much crap going on in this world right now, and especially in our United States that needs to be talked about.
We refuse to censor ourselves.
No, I'm not going to censor myself. Fuck it. If you
Well,
don't like
that's
what
what
I
I'm
have to say,
We
you don't like the
refuse
way
to-
I say it,
Too bad.
too fucking bad.
Yeah.
I'll use the F word, I'll use the
Stop
S word,
watching.
I'll use the fucking
That's
B
all
word.
I can
And
say.
you know what?
But
I
more
may even pull a Sandra B and say the C word, which is the C-U-N-T, cunt.
most of the haters will sit there and turn around and follow us anyways, just to see what we're gonna say next.
Well, see, that's the thing. When you start getting people hating you,
That's when you get popular.
that's when you get popular. That's when people start following you. That's when people start listening to you, and then they turn around and tell their friends, "Hey,
All we're gonna do is tell
you
you
know,
our
you gotta
version.
get on there. And you gotta give these guys bad reviews." Blah 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 blah. It's like it
We're
doesn't
gonna tell you
matter.
our version
Bad
of the
reviews, good
things.
reviews. You're giving us a review.
Right.
You're showing that you're watching.
All we're gonna do is tell you our
Just makes
version
us
of
look
things, and we're just gonna be brutally honest about it.
As honest as we are,
You know.
I'm gonna be as honest as I can. If I know something about a subject or a topic, I'm gonna tell you.
You know, we're gonna talk.
If I don't know about it,
Yeah, but we
I'm not
also
gonna tell you.
we're gonna talk about things that interest us.
I'll
And,
tell you I don't know about it.
You know,
Just like with him,
conspiracy theories.
he's more of an Elvis person. He likes Elvis Presley. He knows a lot about Elvis
That was a
Presley.
good show, though.
I know jack shit.
that was a good show.
You know, the most thing I know. No. I'm going to tell you right now. This is something I will tell you because I was not involved in that show. My girlfriend was involved in that show because she knows more about Elvis than I do, and it does not piss me off. But the only thing I know about Elvis, the only thing, is my oldest sister Jeanette went to an Elvis concert and got beer spilled all over the top of her fucking head.
Well, it wasn't safe to be at one.
There you go. That's all I know about Elvis, pretty much.
It wasn't safe to be at one of his concerts. But anyway, I mean, that's our generation. We're the Generation
Gen
X.
X.
We're the Gen X.
Or the Gen X Gen.
Generation X. So, now, we got all of that. We started out audio. Then we decided to go video.
Then you remembered about your camera that we're using right now.
So we're using a camcorder at this point. And
and
I
so that-
I upload and edit it later.
So we started using that and discovered that we can actually, transfer from the video card and all this
So
other
we're
crap.
learning as we go. We're going to get better and better. We
then I
plan on making improvements to the audio.
I went into Walmart and I picked up this little gizmo here. It's a small handheld camera. It's got the little fold-out thing. It runs on standard batteries. It takes a video card, an SD card, and it's a little piece of shit. Paid just under $20 for it. But it works, at least for now.
Yeah, for now.
I play around with it every now and then. I haven't really done a show with it.
But it's a way to learn.
But it is a way to learn. I plan on getting a really nice camera though.
You know, we want to work on making this show better. So
We definitely wanna work on making
any
it better.
suggestions, comments are always welcome, and donations are always welcome. Just contact us via email. You know what?
Like we said in
I think
the
we
beginning of this,
Put a donation button
he doesn't
somewhere.
have a lot of expendable cash,
Well,
and I definitely don't. I work for everything I got,
this keeps me busy.
and my bills that I have pretty much takes care of everything I earn.
Because of the leukemia, I've been disabled since 2001 now. That's when I had to stop driving cab.
17 years.
Yeah.
Yep.
I stopped driving
17
cab in
years.
2001. I tried to go back to work after a couple of years tried to work with it, but the only way I can go back to work is being on these medications, but these medications cause too much drowsiness. So they keep me in bed about 99% of the time. So
Anyway,
I'm caught in like a catch-22.
he wound up getting way far ahead of my part of the story. So.
Okay, I'm sorry.
But no, that's fine. That's fine. You know, I
You can go
got moved
backtrack.
out here, and everything. And back in was it 17 now? Back in 2011, just a little bit after my grandson was born. That's when my now ex-wife decided that she needed to leave me. She wasn't happy.
Oh, that was a year after I
She
married
never really,
Tanya.
she never really gave me a full explanation, and
He's
at this
got
point, I really don't care.
He's got a hell of a grandson. Oh my god.
that kid rocks.
That kid is a blast to have around.
Oh yes, he's awesome.
So,
And my daughter got married last year. Actually,
well, I used to pick
this
on,
month, wasn't
I used
it?
to
First
pick on his
anniversary
mom.
is next week.
Yeah, that's right. Her first. I finally got rid of my daughter. How about that?
I used to, it's hard to
I married
imagine
her
how big
ass
she
off.
is.
I married her ass
It's hard
off.
to imagine her getting. I can still remember picking her up
And holding her
over
the fish tank.
Dwayne's fish tank and threatening to feed her to Dwayne's fish.
You were mean to her.
They come.
But look how close she is to me, though.
Ah, no, she likes you. She thinks you're fun.
Hi, Joy.
So and then after that, is just shortly after that, and that I met Lisa, and her and I've been together 6 years. Yeah, there would be 6 years in November. So
And I've been with my wife 8 years.
yeah,
So, but you and I, we've been knowing each other for 20 years, and we've had a lot of fun so far.
long ass time.
Whoa.
Boy, we've been through some hell, and we've had a lot of fun. Yeah.
You know, I'm sure we've had our
Some of the
differences.
practical jokes we've played on people.
I know you and I have had our differences in certain things, but
They never lasted long.
nothing like what your brother and I
No,
had for a difference. And that one just kind of, that was a monkey wrench from hell.
yeah. we don't
Actually, that was a
discuss
monkey.
one.
That was a monkey wrench tied to a boomerang.
We don't discuss that one too
And-
much.
Yeah, it really fucked me up a little bit. So,
But we've had some fun.
oh yeah, we've had a lot of fun.
Let's see.
You know,
Didn't you and I go see AC/DC together?
yeah, we've seen AC/DC. Yeah, they're farewell.
This one. This is a T-shirt from
Yeah,
that
oh, yeah,
tour.
farewell.
The Stiff Upper Lip tour.
Stiff Upper Lip tour. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah. This was supposedly the last
I know,
T-shirt
I
the
seen
guy
the
had
Rolling
for
Stones.
sale that day.
I seen the Rolling Stones too when they were in town.
No, I didn't go. I didn't go to see them. So
But I'll
But
tell
anyway.
you, there are some things about me that I like to share every now and then too. Because when I lived in California and growing up, before I met Gina, I had a girlfriend that was she was a Hispanic girl, and we go to the Fresno Fair, and I went 3 years running, seeing Joan Jett and the Blackhearts.
Joan Jett and the Blackhearts.
And on the third year, I got to go to the Hilton by the airport there in Fresno. Joan Jett and the Blackhearts and their roadies and their crew rented the entire fucking top floor of the Hilton.
Yeah, I believe it.
And I got invited because I made a gift for Joan, and she appreciated it and everything, and had invited me up to the after party for that.
Yeah.
And I had a blast, dude. It was
I can imagine.
one of the most fun things ever. And so I got to meet Joan Jett, and then we've gotten out of Madison. We've got a local band that started out here. It's called Garbage,
I don't remember.
and they got a I can't remember the girl's name either.
We got a
the
different
lead
taste
singer.
We got
the lead
different
singer
tastes
of
in
Garbage.
music, so I might have not
I never
listened.
Well,
to
see,
some
the
of
thing
those
is, though,
local
I
bands
never
that you've
listened to Garbage. I never listened to them really. And then that was when I was working at Union, and because of
Hey, careful.
the amount of baggage that the girl had with her flying into Madison Airport, they sent me in the van to
Oh,
pick her
so
up.
you had to go in a special charter deal.
Yep. And I got to pick up the lead singer to the group Garbage, and
Yeah. Well, you
took
know,
her to the Coliseum.
some of those aren't all pleasant, but I had
Oh,
a couple
she was
of
awesome.
I had a couple of
She was
nice
freaking-
rides
she
like
was-
that.
She's gorgeous, and she was awesome.
And you know the cool thing about those rides is if you keep professional about it, you get some good major tips at the end
Most
and a good
generally,
story
yes.
to tell.
Yes, you do.
You know,
Yes, you do.
I got upset when because our generation, Kiss was a thing.
Yeah.
Okay, and we remember when they were all in makeup and the original four. Okay. Now, they had I can't remember exactly what year it was, because for me things kind of blend together a little bit. But
Yeah.
anyway, I was driving, it was one of the years I was driving cab. Kiss was playing at the Kohl Center. Okay. Concert was sold out. I was bummed. So I decided to go in late that night. So I didn't start at my normal 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I started closer to bar time and stuff like this so that when the concert was over with, I'd pick up after it and make out like a bandit, right? All
Yeah.
about the money as a cab driver, right?
Of course it is.
And that event was a sold out concert. There was plenty of cab rides available, okay? Alright, I made a bundle that night. But I also, because I started as late as I did, I got asked to take a 2-hour break, and they had a lot of calls for reservation rides, and they were overbooked and not enough drivers, so I had to stay until 5, 6 o'clock in the morning. Okay. So I remember this. I had to go out. the one ride they wanted me to do, and it was the last one of the morning, and then I could call it a day, right? I had to go pick up, and they came over, and you know how I don't know, did you have those things in the transit rides where you had the little computer thing to tell you where to pick up and where you were going?
Some of the vans had them, but
But you know what I'm talking
yeah,
about.
but we also had to
told me
we
to
had
pick
the
up
video,
on the
or the-
destination on the little
we had
computer
the
pad.
handhelds that we had to use.
Right, but I had the
Mostly.
little computer pad that told me, you know, it told me the destination, you know, pick up and the destination. Well, I picked up at the Crown Plaza over by Face Wash, you know,
Mhm.
and I had to take them to the cold center, but there were special instructions that I had to drive into the underground parking. So the whole time I'm sitting there and these guys are talking to me and I'm listening to them talk, and you know, they're talking about, you know, how they partied last night at the Crown Plaza, Pearls. Pearls was the name of the bar back then in the Crown Plaza.
Yeah.
And so on and so forth. I started to recognize the one guy as Ace Frehley. So I had Ace Frehley and some of the roadies in the back of my cab, and when I pulled in, there's the tour bus and Gene Simmons and the rest of them sitting there waiting for him. Like, it's about time, you know, Gene's like looking at his watch like, you know, it's about fucking time you got here. You know, we're supposed to pull out of, you know.
Did he stick his tongue out at you?
No, but, and, you know, I wish you know, you can't, in that situation, being a cab driver like we
Gotta
were,
be
Mark will
professional.
understand this.
Yeah.
You got to be professional. So
You
I
gotta be
couldn't,
very professional.
I couldn't
know.
ask for a picture,
You can't geek out on them.
and I couldn't ask for an autograph. Okay, because they might call back, and because that's happened
Complain,
before,
yeah.
and they
Yeah.
complained, and then you get reprimanded and
Yeah.
possibly lose your
Mhm.
job.
I know.
But so I kept it real cool. I didn't even say that I recognized them. You know, I didn't.
Yeah.
You know, I was just thinking to myself, "Oh, this is cool." You know.
Yeah.
Now I know where I was going. I realized it before I got there, because it said the special instructions were to drive into the underground garage. So that was the coolest thing in hell. But not too long what was it, before or after that?
So that was cooler than the Ice Water XL.
Whatever. Fuckface. Anyway, the one other time I had somebody, I picked up at, I don't know if you remember this, but there used to be a bar on East Washington Avenue called Just Rumors.
Vaguely. Isn't that the one that? No, that's not the one.
It's like the Gyro place now. It's kind of like a
yeah.
block
Okay.
away
Yeah, I know
from,
where it's at now.
Yeah, okay.
I remember.
All right, so anyway, I picked up at Just Rumors. These two guys get in my cab, and I have no clue who they are. I'm not even a fan of the guys. The only time I've seen them were on wrestling, okay? They have me stop at Denny's on East Washington Avenue. They tell me to leave the meter running. They ask me if they want me to, if they could buy me anything, you know. Again, this was also like towards the end of my shift, because this was actually bar rush. My normal shift, I was on till bar rush. So I'm picking up it. The bars are closing at this time, so it's like 2 o'clock in the morning. So they go in, and I said, yeah, that the cook up there, you know, knows what I want. Just tell him it's for the cab driver to go. So they bought me breakfast, okay? I had a ham and cheese omelet to go from Denny's. So that was about $7, okay? Because it had the hash browns, the toast, and all of that with it. Argus was going to have a good meal that night.
Good morning.
Yeah. Anyway, so then because they also told me to leave the meter running. So then from there we go to East Town Suites, that big hotel, that big expensive hotel that they built down there by East
Yeah.
Town Mall. And to pull around back to the tour bus that's back there. And the tour bus is painted with their faces on the side of it, painted up with clown faces. In their clown makeup. And it was ICP, Insane Clown Posse. And I couldn't believe it. Well, they were on a book signing tour. And they were heading to Milwaukee, and they decided to stop over in Madison, take a rest. Because they didn't have to be there till the next morning anyways.
No.
So I thought that was cool. I got like a $50 tip from both of those rides. You know.
Nothing wrong with that.
No, nothing wrong with that. But now the downside is, you get a local celebrity, has a bad day and decides to take it out
Don't
on
even
his
want to
cab.
call that fucker a celebrity.
and takes it out on the cab driver. You know, and I wish I wasn't a rookie back then, because I wish I would have known that I was the boss of my own cab, and I could have kicked that motherfucker out right there on the street, because Barry Alvarez would have been thumbing it home.
Yeah,
But that's another
I've had
story for another day.
I've had the unfortunate meeting with Barry Alvarez before.
Nah, he's a dick.
Yeah, yes.
Nothing against the the Badgers.
Oh, the Badgers,
No
great,
offense
but-
against our home team, the Badgers. I mean, the
No,
Wisconsin
fucking-
Badgers rock. Okay.
Fucking Alvarez is a dick.
Alvarez is a dick.
And I can actually concur, because I've met the son of a bitch. He's a fucking dick.
Oh. But anybody else that I met that was like a local celebrity or like the politicians and stuff, even though I didn't see eye to eye to them, they were pretty decent rides in a cab. You know, actually real good tippers too most of the time. You know.
I never really did get to meet a lot of those things.
Well, I had a few from the local news stations and, some of
Yeah,
the local
I was in the
politicians
I was in the
like
paratransit.
Tammy Baldwin and some of the others and stuff like this. And
I was the paratransit van driver, so mine was mostly disabled people that I transported around and stuff.
yeah.
There's a lot of people that were nice there too.
Well, when did you meet Alvarez?
Me?
Yeah.
I was after the cab thing.
Oh.
That was when I worked for Dunham.
Delivering a
Um,
package to his house?
Nope. Picking up at the fucking gatehouse all their equipment, being shipped out to Hawaii when they had the Hawaii game.
Oh, okay. One of those bowl games, huh?
They had the Rainbow game, the Rainbow Bowl in Hawaii that year. And they were headed there.
Yeah. Well,
And I met Alvarez. He is a fucking dick.
he took out all his anger because the airport lost his luggage and they lost the Rose Bowl that year. Because that's when they play in Pasadena, California, right? The Rose
Yeah.
Bowl. Yeah, because he just got back from there and they lost his luggage to boot, and he was taking it out on me. And then he didn't like the route I was taking. He wanted to go through the campus, but see, at that time, all right, the thing he didn't know that I knew because I was a cab driver is he wanted to go to the kind of like the far west side of Madison. All right, the easier way and faster way and the cheaper way would have been going north around the lakes. Mark knows what I mean by that.
Yep.
Okay, and there's
They
less
county them across
Right.
north around the lake.
right. That means there's less traffic lights, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Okay. He wanted to go through the campus area,
Less traffic,
and it's not that
actually.
he wanted to stop on campus. He just wanted to go through the campus area. However, there was like like some kind of big dairy convention in town, so every hotel in the downtown area was booked. They were using some of the dorm rooms like hotels, and the traffic in the downtown area was really bad. Okay.
Especially that time of day.
So, and you would have probably hit just about every single traffic light. So, a $25, $30 ride would have ended up costing him closer to $40-50, just because of the traffic and the delays that the timer would have clicked up through there. And I actually think because of the way I took, it saved him money because you do hit less lights. And those traffic lights back then, and I don't know what they are like nowadays, but it seems like when you went downtown, you almost hit every one fucking red sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
But that motherfucker did nothing but bitch and complain the entire thing about everything. Oh, it's fucking too hot in here, or the fucking heater's on, or the window. Please roll up the fucking window and turn the music off, and you're taking the wrong fucking way. And it's like, if I wasn't a fucking rookie, he would have been out on his fucking ass, because it was been a year later, I'd have pulled right over and he'd been on fucking Packers Avenue, because he would have made it about that far, and that's about as far as I was getting to tolerate that son of a bitch. I got as far as Packers Avenue, and I wanted to dump his ass right there, and I thought I was going to get in trouble, and that's why I didn't do it, and I just tolerated it. And he didn't fucking tip me either.
Nope. Wouldn't doubt it.
He's a prick. I don't
Oh, he is.
I don't like the guy. I mean,
He is
and I'll
total
admit
dick.
it. But so Anyway, our show is going to be about things that we enjoy, things that we are interested in, things we think that you should know.
Anything and everything.
We might do some comedy skits. We might do some on-the-road stuff. Oh, and speaking of on-the-road stuff, should we let them
I
in
may
on a
get,
little
I may get a,
surprise now?
a GoPro, by the way.
A GoPro?
Mm-hmm.
What's a GoPro?
It's the camera that you see the motorcyclists
okay.
have on their helmets and bicyclists
Oh,
and
that'd be kind of cool.
skateboarders.
So when
and
we're out in the cemeteries and stuff at night,
that
you know,
way I can mount
we
it to
need
the
a night
dash of my
vision
car.
cam. Yeah, that'd be cool
And
too
then- and
for
then
Bray Road.
For
Yeah.
you know, for when we go out on the road.
Or we go
do our
out
thing.
and do a thing, and we can bleep out the driver's license plates and stuff like that, and
Yeah.
do the world's dumbest.
Oh, the world. No, fucking Madison.
Madison
City.
or Wisconsin's dumbest drivers. And we just go to
Wisconsin's
Madison.
retarded.
We'll just go to Madison or Milwaukee, and we'll find a whole shit ton.
Here, and this will be the way I will rate them. I'll either rate them as short bus, window licker, or professional driver.
Professional driver meaning actually somebody that's actually
Knows how
doing
they're
something.
doing, yeah.
Okay.
Knows how to drive.
Okay.
Short bus and window lickers.
I don't think we're gonna find a whole lot of those because that's a rare sight nowadays.
I would say probably.
And that's coming from a couple of professional drivers.
See
'cause
here,
you still
I am a professional driver.
I
I deliver dry ice, and I have a 26-foot straight truck that I drive every single day of the week,
Not an
except for
easy truck to
Saturdays
slow
and
down.
Sundays. And any given time, I have
I don't give a fuck.
5 to 6 tons of dry ice on that truck with me.
You want to bust me for using my medicine? That's okay. I don't give a fuck. I had leukemia.
you know-
I'm in a lot of pain. Fuck you.
So, and these people on the fucking road, man, they do not understand.
Oh, they don't. I've seen
My
some
truck,
dumbass motherfuckers.
my truck
and I'm
may
just a
not be
passenger nowadays.
as big as a semi, but it still takes a lot to stop that.
Oh yeah,
fucking
especially when you're hauling a full load.
truck. Yeah.
I'm sure dry ice isn't that
No.
isn't light.
No, it's not.
You know.
It's not.
But anyway,
So and so with all the people that I've seen on the roads,
so we got
and
a
I've
lot
done
of
this
things
for
we
2
want to
years
do.
now. With all the people I've seen on the roads
No,
in the Madison area,
there's a lot.
knowing what I know about the Madison area and the drivers,
Hmm.
I would actually, and this may be generous saying it this way, but I'd say 80% of them are fucking window lickers.
I like that. I think I tend to agree. I think you're being a little generous, though.
At least 80% are window lickers. And they really need to fucking go back to school and learn how to fucking drive.
They need to take some defensive driving courses or something.
Fuck that. Defensive my ass. They need to take driving lessons.
That too. Anyway, so we give them.
They need to be shown. They need to be shown what it looks like
So let's
whenever a
bring up-
fucking semi runs a goddamn Corvette over.
So let's bring them up to date. We got some plans for the show. We're gonna make some changes. We're already starting to make our changes, and we hope you're gonna like what you see.
Yes, we're gonna try to be a little more utterly insane as well. You know,
Yeah.
be a little more goofy, a little more creative with things.
Once the funds come in, more things will happen. We might turn my garage into a studio.
And
We'll have to wait and see what we can do. But anyway, should we explain this surprise that's coming
Sure.
next week?
You're the one that's kind of set that up. I'm just along for the ride on that one.
Okay, I saw another show recently. We'll give them props here. I saw another show recently, and they were out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin area, but now they're going to be broadcasting out of, what was that? Grafton?
Grafton. New studio that they just got.
New studio that
recently
they just got
in
recently.
Grafton.
We got to talking to these two guys, and their names happen to be Tom and Mark.
Mhm.
Okay, that's kind of funny. We know
They're-
we're having fun with this right
What's
now.
the name of their show?
Now the name of their show is called Off the Rails
With
with Tom and Mark.
Mark.
Okay, now these two guys have a similar show, and I've checked them out, and they are funny. We actually think that if we got to talking, and we think if we get together with them, and this was their thought, and I think it was
Actually,
their idea originally.
first, wasn't it?
Yeah, I was thinking it was their idea originally, that if we got together with them, that we might pull off one hell of a good show. Okay.
And that's the thing,
So,
you know, so to be a cross
We've
show. But
arranged
here's
a
the
cross
thing.
show.
But
So
here's the thing with them, okay? Joe and I, 50.
yeah,
Gen
we're,
Xers.
we're
We're Gen
Generation
Xers, okay?
X.
These guys, I think, are around 30-ish.
Yeah, it's hard to tell. I mean, I'm not good
They-
at guessing
I'm not
age,
sure if that
but
would
they
be
look like they're
millennials.
younger
No,
than
I don't know
us.
if that'd be millennials or.
Millennials started in 1980.
No,
So-
they didn't. Millennials started later than
She
that.
looked
No,
up
no,
a
no.
she
Millennials
looked up
started
a
in
thing and
1980.
it tells you
Gen
exactly
X
the years.
ended at 1979.
Okay, so these guys would be millennials.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have a crossover show with these two yahoos sitting right here,
Right.
Gen Xers, and we're gonna hook up with a couple
Couple
of millennials
millennials
out of
With similar interests.
Grafton that have a similar show
interests and a
and similar topics and
similar
but they have
attitudes.
similar attitudes, but they have
A couple of taboos.
better
Better equipment.
than we do because they've actually
We're going
gotten
down there to
donation.
learn.
And
we're going down there to learn.
We're gonna learn what we
We're
can
going to be
from
guests on
them,
their show. And
and
we're
they're
going
gonna
to bring
learn what
that
they
show
can from us.
to you because they're going to give us a copy of it to bring back.
And everybody's gonna learn that I have OCD.
You know, you're just anal retentive.
No, I am obsessive compulsive disorder.
Yeah.
Things have to have a place for me.
I thought it meant old cranky dude.
And that too.
OCD, old cranky
Yep.
dude.
And then you got CRS, can't remember shit.
Can't remember shit. Oh, we all suffer from that at this age.
It's me.
Although I'm not as bad as you are.
Yeah, well, I blame the chemo and the
I
radiation.
actually do remember shit.
I blame the chemo and the radiation on that. Because that is a bitch.
Yeah, I know.
I mean,
you were.
It
put
was,
through
it was
hell.
pretty rough on people when, you know, at
You were
one
put through
point,
hell at the time
I'm
that
sitting
you
there
had
asking
this.
you the same question every 3 minutes, and it's like, you just asked that, you just asked that. And it's like,
But
is Rocky's
You
going to
gotta
be here
realize-
soon?
you got to realize this though. At the time that you dealt with your leukemia,
Some of the shit that they do today wasn't.
no, they didn't have the advancements
That's
in
what I'm saying.
in the treatments that they have now.
Some of that chemo is just
You
a pill
went
now.
through literal fucking hell.
Yeah, I went through
with your
total body eradication.
The way they have
plasmapheresis,
today?
and a bone marrow transplant. Not necessarily in
The
that
way they
order.
have today. I'm glad this is here.
Little pill form.
I'm glad this is here.
Little pill
Oh
form.
God.
I'll go through that whole
Oh.
story one day.
No, the way they have today, the technology they have now, it's not just the little pill form for your chemo. They've got oh God, it's targeted.
Radiation.
It's a radiation. It's a targeted radiation. They can literally target using the. I know the name for it. It's gonna piss me off because I'm trying
You're
to
gonna think of
remember
it later in
And I'm
bed.
gonna remember it after we're done here. But they use it's like the atoms and stuff from the radiation. The protons. It's a target. It's proton targeting. They can take the protons from the radiation and actually target the cells that have the cancer in it and kill those cells only.
Yeah, well, nowadays.
It's
what I had to go-
really cool the way it is.
What I had to go through was total body eradication, which means they basically killed off everything.
Yeah, total hell.
Right. And I got radiation burns on top of that. See, but I also had to go through a very aggressive form of treatments because how advanced the leukemia was when I was first diagnosed. They told me, like I said, on December 4th, 1995, they told me, literally at the UW Hospital Madison, that I was not going to live to see Christmas that year. And I turned around and said, fuck that shit. I just had a little daughter born, and I got 2 older kids
And this
that
right
rely
here,
on me.
this right here is the
I said,
reason.
there's no way they're growing up without a dad.
This right here is the reason that we nicknamed him Twinkie.
Oh, bite me.
Twinkie.
Yeah,
And he says, bite me.
because think about this. Think about this. In a nuclear apocalypse, there's only 3 things that'll survive:
A cockroach
a scorpion, and
and a
Twinkie.
Twinkie. But I keep telling you I'm immortal, I'm a vampire.
No, you're
Yeah.
a Twinkie.
No. Yeah. But like
Shelf
I
date
said,
on a Twinkie with all the preservatives in it's 1,000,000 years.
but like I said, so, and then they wanted to give me those mental meds because I was bipolar, and I told them to fuck that too. I needed all the anger I needed to fight that. So it took a lot out of a body. People don't understand.
I do
Some
understand.
people don't. Well, you've seen a lot of the shit up
I've
close to
seen
what
a
I've
lot
gone
of it.
through.
Well, I've seen a lot of people that have had to deal with it because of the job that I had at Union.
Right.
Transporting people to dialysis every fucking day.
Oh, yeah, I forgot.
Transporting
Yeah,
people
you
that had
you were doing
cancer
the
to the
transit.
hospital and having to do their chemo and stuff. And,
Yeah, and seeing
and
that.
having
Seeing
people with
this.
multiple
Because they're doing
sclerosis and people
the
with
twitching
Parkinson's
from
and people with
The radiation and
with
stuff.
cerebral palsy and stuff like that, and the mentally ones that were self-inflictors, self-abusers, the ones that were not
All right,
capable of understanding.
You're
So-
giving me a downer here, but let me get to
I
another point.
understand.
Let me get to another point because I'm going to wrap this up with one big plastic bow here.
Plastic bow?
I don't know.
Oh, come on, man. We got to use velvet and
How about
ice cream.
leather? Leather and lace.
Leather and lace. Yeah.
Tanya, wait a minute. That's another topic for another day.
He is who he is.
Whips, chips, chain
I'm getting
dips.
to look like uh-oh.
You got the wax,
Yeah.
candles.
Ouch.
Burn the candles, do
That
the wax
hurt.
on the nipples.
Yeah.
You're derailing him.
I'm still trying to get her to let me do the chocolate on the nipples.
What about the strawberries in the cunt?
Too
Take
seedy.
you take the strawberries.
You're going off.
You take the strawberries, you take the little stems off, and you dip them in chocolate, and you stick them backwards
Alright.
in the coochie, and you start just kind of going to town. And
Yeah, but I'm not that big a fan of. No, never mind. Let's. we'll talk about
When
that
did
another
this
day.
show go X-rated?
Hey, what's the name of the show? What's the name of the show now? Huh? What's the name of the show?
It's
Insane.
All right, now.
Insane or
Now, let's get back
perverted?
to
Utterly
what I was going to
perverted.
say. Is having that disease, that cancer, and all the side effects just from it alone, plus then you add on top of that the side effects from all the big pharma pills that I had to take. And yeah, I'm calling it big pharma pills because
Because that's what it is, big pharma.
all those prescription pills that the doctor tells you have to have this for your immune system, this in case of this,
Yep.
this and this,
They
and
make you
this
take
to
all
fight
this shit
this to
that-
fight this, and this is and you're taking 20, 30 pills a day. You've got no appetite because my stomach was destroyed from the radiation. And here I am living in a state where it's illegal to do what I need to do to live a normal life and not live a life in a comatose medicated state from big pharma.
I know.
Because I have to take all these pain pills and muscle relaxers and all of this other stuff.
Yeah, and over the
When
many
here-
years that I've known you, I've seen you in that medicated
Right.
state.
And I've had to go through that again this
You
week.
look like a
couple
fucking
of
walking
times.
zombie.
And you know what? I'd rather,
Oh, thank you, Joy.
she
She just jacked it up.
God
Walked
made,
right into it and turned it.
God made this.
Fine though.
God
Yeah.
made my smoke.
Joy.
I can see
And
it.
it's got less side effects. And
Okay.
the one side effect it has, I need the most anyways. The
Yeah.
munchies. 'Cause
Yeah,
I
it
need
makes
to
you
be
have-
able
it
to
makes
eat.
you hungry.
I need to be able to eat. And I've tried all these other things. And you know what? I'm actually starting to slowly tolerate some milk again.
That's good.
And I love drinking milk, but
Ice cream.
it doesn't like me, unfortunately, because of my stomach and stuff.
You wouldn't be able to eat the ice cream that I make using dry ice then. Because it's mostly milk.
A little bit. You want to make
It's-
ice cream?
it's
Make it
whole milk.
from custard.
No, it's whole milk, heavy
I don't
whipping
give a rat's
cream,
ass.
and
They want
canned,
to bust me. I'm copping a medical
And-
and I can prove it
and condensed
because
canned
I'm
milk.
just doing it for myself.
No, yeah, you're doing it for yourself. That's it.
It's self-medicated because I'm
You're
I'd
not
be-
gonna be a
I'd
walking zombie.
Yeah, I'd be fucked without it. I wouldn't be able to live a normal life. But anyway, so next Sunday, we're gonna go and meet these guys, and we're gonna
And
do
we're
a
gonna sit
show
down and we're
from
gonna
their
do a show with
place down there. And did we mention what the topic was, or we don't know yet?
We're not certain yet.
We
You're
just had an
supposed to be in
idea.
communication with
We
them
just
about
had,
it.
yeah, but we had an idea thrown out about.
He said something about after seeing our shows doing something on conspiracy theories or
Yeah.
paranormal or something like that.
Either way, it's gonna be a good time.
Yeah, it'll be a fun time.
I think it's gonna be a blast.
Because you're going to have 4 different people with similar ideas,
and we
similar
started
thoughts,
about the same time.
who's going to
'cause-
have 4 different, who will have 4 different opinions on the same topic.
right.
Two
And-
Mercs, a Joe and a Tom.
Yeah,
Mhm.
2 Marks and a Joe and a Tom. That's gonna be, and oh my God, they got a sense of humor too. I mean, I've watched some of their videos. You guys got to check them out. I'll put a link up to it.
PJM
Yes.
squared.
So basically, since we're going to be hooking up with these guys, I think we're going to. As long as things go well, I believe we'll probably promote them and hopefully they'll promote us.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. Who knows? Looks like it's gonna be an exciting weekend next weekend.
Next weekend's going to be very
We're gonna
interesting.
take a trip.
We're going to get to see.
Oh, that car
Some
ride
stuff
could
they
be
do.
a blast.
Yeah,
Too bad we got a camera in that car ride, huh?
we got a camera. Just got to find a
Get
way
some
to
Velcro and we'll
hook
mount
up,
it on the
mount it
dash.
on the dash
Are
and
we
turn
going
it
on
on.
this trip?
Nope.
Okay.
So,
That's a
No,
lot.
I don't think so.
So we're outta
unless
here.
he talks to them and they say okay to it, and then
Well, don't
And y'all
matter to
can
me
come
either
with.
way.
yeah,
It's-
you know, if you wanted to. Alright. You've been watching Utterly Insane with Mark and Joe. Till next time. Oh,
And,
and next time it'll
next
be
time it's going to be a crossover show. So
next time we're gonna be doing Off
Stay
the
tuned.
Rails. We're gonna be on Off the Rails.
yes,
Next
So,
week in draft.
so we're
Utterly
gonna,
Insane is
we're
going to
gonna
be
post a
off the
special.
rails.
Yeah, we're gonna post a special show broadcasting
Off the
from
rails.
the Off the Rails show.
Yep.
That ought to be a fun show. I can't
I think
wait.
it's going to be fun.
I think it's gonna be a blast.
It's interesting how far we've come so far. Even though we haven't, it doesn't look like we've came a long ways.
Yeah, but we've got a
But we've got a lot done,
and
we're
got a
we're
ways to
constantly
go,
pushing and
and
keep going.
we've
with
got
it.
a lot of ideas that we know we want to do, and we plan to get there soon.
Well,
We're working towards it.
can't push too hard because you might, don't want to mess anything up. Gotta take it one
know,
day at a
but we're
time
getting
and let
there.
it work it out.
We're getting it there.
Yeah,
All we can do is all we can ask for is just to get better as we go along.
and I think we actually have to.
Haven't, yeah, we're on the right track.
The only thing is we got to do something about our sound,
Yeah, that's our next fix.
and we need at least possibly 2 cameras.
Yeah, one's got to be a actual webcam.
We got to
So
have
that we can do
some.
some
We got.
live
We can do a
broadcasts.
couple. We can have a couple of actual webcams and do a
live
live
broad-
streaming.
Yeah, live streaming.
But-
Yeah, that could be another. And we need a mixer board.
So we can have more than one mic.
Yeah,
Add to the wish list.
that would be nice.
Ugh.
But anyway, till next time.
Yep. Have fun. Enjoy it.
You've been watching Utterly Insane.
One of these days we may actually bring you along with us into our insanity.
That could be a
Never know.
dangerous place.
Could very well be. But it could also be a wonderful place too.
My voice is telling me that might not be a good idea.
I don't know,
But then
your
another
voice
one
is...
is like saying, screaming,
She just
bring
turned
them,
us
bring
off.
them, bring them, bring them.
Okay. I seen you reach for it. I thought you'd just hit the button.
Okay, let's go.
All
We're outta
right.
here.
See you next
Goodbye.
week. Bye.